So I have timed myself. It is like 6 minutes and a
Go
few
for it.
seconds.
Okay.
I'm sorry in advance. My name is Evelyn Hytopoulos. I'm Chief Economist and Data Scientist at PolySwarm. We are developing the first decentralized threat intelligence marketplace. So every day it happens that hackers are trying to get into company databases to steal sensitive, personal, private information to make money. So what's going on with that? Why is that happening all the time? This past year alone, we've seen huge amounts of media coverage over breaches, people losing data. I'm not going to name names of companies, but hospitals being hacked into and people's lives actually being put at risk. What's going on here? Why are our current cybersecurity methods not actually appropriately covering the landscape? Well, hopefully PolySwarm, and we are pretty sure that PolySwarm is the answer to that. Cybersecurity is crucial. Our lives are increasingly more technologically based. We're using tech to store all kinds of data: banking, your social security number, your personal communications, business communications, all of that stuff is linked in, and yet we don't have the appropriate security measures in place to prevent hacks that are happening all the time. So what are people using currently to cover themselves? Well, traditional antivirus. There's, oops. Goodness, okay. They're using traditional antivirus programs to cover themselves at the moment. And these are all pretty targeted and they're different. They don't operate within each other. But across the whole, you have over 1 billion daily scans being carried out to try and detect malware. But what's going on is that market is actually broken. It's not working appropriately. As I mentioned briefly, there's not interoperability between these software platforms. So what's happening is it's very fragmented. You're using one software. It has its own blind spots. And there's nothing else to really pick up what's falling through the cracks, basically. So we think PolySwarm is actually the market to solve this. We're planning on building a marketplace that will bring together big antivirus companies together with security experts all over the world, giving them a platform to market their security expertise and give people the platform to run their files through something that's going to be scanned not only by one program, but by hundreds, if not thousands, of different security experts to get a more confident, better, thorough, fully covered antivirus service. So our marketplace works like this. It's kind of like a prediction market with a twist that you have a huge amount of requisite expertise to participate. You have end users, enterprises, and ambassadors submitting files into the system through either a bounty or an offer program, and security experts around the world submitting their assertions along with a wager, which is kind of representative of how confident they are that their assertion is correct. That's given back to the person who submits the file and everybody else because it's on the blockchain. And at a later date, arbiters reverse engineer things and establish a ground truth through mediated consensus as to whether something's actually malicious or benign. And given that ground truth, security experts are actually remunerated according to whether or not they were correct. Okay, so that's basically how it works in a nutshell. There's obviously a lot more that goes into setting up a market like this. Happy to answer questions if any of the judges or anybody else later on has any questions about the different dials and things that calibrate to make this function appropriately and to disincentivize bad behavior in the marketplace or people trying to game the system. Our team is built off of people who are cybersecurity experts. Our founders have all spent over a decade in the cybersecurity industry. We are entering into a market, developing a marketplace in an industry that we know really well. We have an ongoing token sale. It's ending on March 22nd. Fortunately, we're not selling to Americans or American residents, but if you're not American sitting here and you're planning on leaving the country in a couple days, then join in. If not, we're also looking to partner with organizations to bootstrap our marketplace. So if you work for an organization that's going to be interested in participating here, or if you know somebody who is, come and talk to me. I'll be outside. Thank you.
Very good.